but I can't believe that I left this in the 350Z all night. Anywho, rise and shine,
Yes,
chat.
Yes, sir.
All right, what's going on, everybody? What's up? Today's a new video. Today's something a little different because I don't ever show this side. Actually, let me rewind this because I really want to show you something so I can get started on the next process. I might have hinted at it in other videos, but I know for a fact that this is the very first one where I actually talk about it. So, for those who don't know, here's the shop warehouse. This is the storage side. This is the side that we are rehabilitating to ultimately end up turning into the shop space. But for now, as you could see, we've got a lot of work in this place. And so it's hard to keep up with, especially as a 1 to 5 man wrecking crew, but progress is being made in here. So for now, because that side is more secured, and I accidentally hit the button. So since the other side of the shop where I keep most of the content that I show, it's actually my safe space to get a lot of my work and stuff done. So I use this other side in the meantime for storage. Usually in my other videos, I reference having my red car on the other side of the wall. So this is the other side of the wall. It's not the Night's Watch, but I'm the Jon Snow in this bitch that holds it all down. Without further ado, let me show you, because John, Angel, and myself actually took a trip. It's been about like a week ago. Fuck with us and then we tweaking, where something might have happened. I didn't record much of it. Let me show you what was in store for that pickup. Yes, sir. That's right. As you can see, your boy picked up, don't mind this, your boy picked up another S13. However, this one actually came with a lot more goodies than mine did, and I got it for a super good deal. I'm not gonna say to ruin the S chassis market, but long story short, I already made my money back. But shout out to you, Pablo, because you really hooked it up with this S13. The extra parts that he gave me with it as well, he looked out for me. And honestly, shout out to Pablo, because this deal will literally help me finish my 240, my S13. Now, to give you a little backstory, Pablo is actually the same person that I got my S13 from, and we actually lost numbers, and he was supposed to reach back out to me when he found the interior panels and stuff that he needed to find in his garage. Long story short, it's been a couple months since, and he ended up posting that he had this car for parts. So I reached out to him. Remember, we talked about getting parts. Remember, we talked about interior pieces or whatever. If you couldn't find them, how much for the interior pieces on this car? He said, yo, bro, long time no talk. I'm super sorry. I forgot to look out. I forgot to reach back out to you, and I lost your phone number. Luckily, we ended up getting connection. He said, yeah, cool. If you're interested in the car, come look at it. I'll let you just have the whole car.
Oh, say less.
So we picked up the S13 literally for parts. I doubt I'm gonna keep the shell. The shell is a little iffy in some spots, as to be expected. The car's older than I am, but it does come with a good amount of interior pieces. As you can see, we got a full interior this time besides the dash, but I have a spare dash somewhere over here. It was an auto car, obviously, so auto pedals and wiring and all that stuff. However, hood latch, trunk latch, all works. Extra seats, although I don't need that. Passenger seat might be better than any seat that I have, as well as the back interior. So I'm sorry because the lights aren't on and it's pretty trash over here, but the car does come with a good amount of parts, a nice carpet, somewhat okay seats. I wish the lighting was a little better. Full roof or whatever. I'm actually selling some of these parts off because I don't need them. Full back seats, which I definitely need. It's 5 lugs swapped, and as you probably can't see because it's too dark, but right in here, Z32 brakes. Z32 brakes also came with the car. It's got some exhaust. I have no idea what it is. Obviously the tails are all here. The hatch lifts like butter with no problem. Here's the trunk interior pieces and stuff like that. I haven't even fully gone over the car. I've literally just got it, dropped it off here, and have stared at it for a couple days. I have started to post some stuff on the marketplace. It's got dings and stuff, but it also came with like a spare panel, which is actually very mint. Fortunately, I'm not going to keep it because I really don't need it. Hopefully I don't jinx myself. It's not bad. The diff's still here, which again, all things that I needed. And it doesn't hurt to have a few spares if I don't sell off whatever I sell off. So with that being said, let's take a look at the engine bay. So yeah, again, I should probably grab a light, but I'm just gonna do this off the top of my head because we're here. A lot of the engine bay is still there. As you can see, brake booster, all this extra stuff, which is all stuff that I don't really have that I have to source. So stealing a lot of these components from this parts car to transfer over to my car will make it a whole lot easier. So the exhaust, obviously, like I said, still there as we saw. A lot of the wiring is still factory wired. All this stuff is still factory harnessed and plugged in, I'm sure, except for the single cam that was in here that they took out. AC is still there. Unfortunately, no radiator, but fuses, all the extra stuff, and it's still all in. Some of the bad is a lot of the rust and rot, as you can see. You can't really see in here, but you could see the holes through on that side. It's pretty bad on this real well. This whole front portion of the frame is actually pretty cooked underneath. And overall, it's a okay car. I don't think it's the greatest. And I'm still on the fence. I want to get underneath it to make sure, because like if there's any forms of like extra additional rot and rust underneath the car, then there's really no point in keeping it. But if this is a somewhat savable shell, we might be able to do justice and keep the car and revive it. And reviving another S chassis in 2025 would not be a bad look, although YouTube might hate it because there's 10 million of them on there by now. I'm not trying to go too crazy or too hard. I just wanted to show everybody we locked in another hatch. It is mostly going to be for parts. So if you need any parts, again, local to Connecticut or New England, in the Northeast, hit your boy up. I've also been hiding the fact that I still have the Freezy, and it actually is sitting over here. All of these parts, by the way, I have listed on Marketplace. If you're interested in any parts, I mean, I've got them all between Subarus, BMWs, E36s, E46s, a lot of old school blob eye, bug eye stuff, and of course, plenty of Z and 240 parts as well. So don't mind me walking through all these spare stuff that I'm supposed to be selling off. But here's the Freezy. I've been stashing some parts for it in the car. I'm still not even sure what I want to do with it yet. Part of me wants to keep the car, get all this cut. I've addressed this in so many videos, I'm not talking about it again. But we stash enough parts. It's still auto, but it runs and drives, and that's all that matters. I don't plan on swapping it out just yet. I just want to make sure I source everything to convert it manual if I do decide to go that route. But I also have a friend who's interested in buying the car because they need a car. So putting it back together and then selling it for a quick flip isn't a bad deal, considering I paid $0 for it. But I sourced the door. I'm just missing hinges. Sourced some fenders, all the other stuff, radiator support. Basically, this car is going to get the works when the time comes. It's just a matter of when. But yeah, I've been slacking as far as producing content because I've just been trying to take care of all of this, that it is hard to keep up with everything, and forgive me for that. But this will probably go either at the beginning, the end of the video, or somewhere else. I wanted to inform you guys about obviously the new 240 because that's the new donor car, and to give you a little insight on the renovations portions of the warehouse. Eventually, I don't know, either this is going to be like an office, or eventually we might even make this like a custy lounge. I personally think we should keep customers in this front area, so that way it's here. But this doesn't make enough do for a storefront. This is a lot smaller. This is more like an office thing. So I don't know what I should make it to. You guys should definitely help me out because it is a lot. And this is just one room. Obviously main entrance, other room, bathroom, another office, and then there's more upstairs too. And yeah, this whole place just needs a ton of work. So if you know any contractors in Connecticut, especially around like the New Haven County area, please let me know. I'm looking for them pretty badly. Just make sure they don't charge an arm and a leg because your boy's broke.